Let's be real. Capitalism was never built for black people. But here's the twist. Neither was socialism. And now with AI taking over jobs, we're stuck asking the real question. If we aren't what we do for work, then who are we?
Man, under socialism is just the opposite. Socialism is a European philosophy that doesn't benefit black people. I'd love for you to explain or dive deeper into that a little bit more. I also imagine Steve, if Steve is around, he's going to disagree heavy. He's a wild socialist bull. But
I would like him maybe to pose a philosophy that does benefit black people or
Yeah,
that has.
capitalism
Like,
does, yeah.
I'm interested.
But I think if it's I think the concept doesn't necessarily, it just doesn't benefit black people because it was taking place in Europe. I think, of course, none of their programs, capitalism doesn't benefit black people in Europe either. I think if black people were doing it or we're organizing it, I think there is a way that it can work. I don't think it just inherently doesn't benefit black people just off how it is. I think you got to look at where it was taking place. It could work.
Still buy Gucci if we socialist though.
You say what?
Can I still buy my Gucci if we socialist? Can I still shine?
Well, how much you want to spend your UBI on it?
You know,
you might spend it all on that, but you ain't gonna have. Well, hopefully, internet will be a universal utility or some shit like that.
Free internet, yeah, free. Yeah, you gotta have all of that. I mean, if they're gonna take it,
you might not be able to shop at Whole Foods. You have to go to Food Line or Aldi's or something.
Walmart, that's the hell. You gotta go to Walmart for the rest of the years.
That's the hell. All right, so I guess where we're at right now, and I'll play this next meme. It doesn't necessarily deal exactly where we're at, but it kind of goes back to the identity displacement part of the conversation.
Everyone is fixated on this idea of if we start to automate work, the cost of goods and services will massively come down, right? We will have a deflationary event. The real question is, what will we do with ourselves? What is our identity then? In a world where we attach so much of our identity to our work, the risk, I think, in all this is an identity displacement crisis. And I talked about this to anyone who will listen. Yeah. Focusing on the idea that you will lose your job and therefore you won't have money is misguided. Focusing on the idea that your job may change and therefore you won't feel like you're whole, that's a whole other issue.
We have to figure out how to use the excess time that we're going to get because of AI, right? That's not just into retirement. We're talking
well beyond.
Well beyond.
Yeah.